What's up, my dudes? So we got a new update for MXGP Pro, and I wanted to go in here and specifically talk about the whip aspect of it because apparently they have made some changes to the whips. What the hell is that little grass model doing out there? I did not notice that beforehand. That's a little bizarre. Yeah, so apparently they have made changes to the whips. This is my first time ever riding with it right here, so you're getting the straight up original beginning impressions of it here. I've never played with this update before. So, yeah, what it says on the actual patch notes of it is I think it pretty much just says like updated whip animations. So that's all kind of in how you take it. And there was another little spot there that said just updated rider animations in general. So yeah, I mean, let me just say first off, it's amazing when games actually see what the community wants, no matter if the game's out yet or not. It can be before the game's out or after the game's out, and they're actually going in there and trying to change and fix their game. I don't care who you are, I don't care what game company you are. If you're doing that, you are amazing. Like, I don't, it doesn't matter who you are. I'm giving you mad props for at least going in there and trying to improve your game, whether or not you messed up at launch and you're trying to fix it after, or, you're trying to listen like after a beta that you release of a game or whatever the case may be. If you're listening to the community, you're doing something right? So that's my whole thing with it. I'm giving them a round of applause for even thinking about trying to fix the whips, because usually when games like this come out and everyone's like, what the hell is going on with this? They just let it go to the wayside, like they don't even do anything with it. They don't even attempt to try to make it better or change it or whatever. The whips were pretty terrible on this game. I mean, just about as bad as I've ever seen them in any sort of motocross game out there. Why am I sliding? Not really sure what's going on with that, but yeah, so yeah, the bike kind of feels a little different. I don't know. It is a little different, just kind of how the rider on the bike is feeling here. Okay, so first sort of impressions with it. Only obligation is to tell it straight, dog. I mean, honestly, I can't really tell that much of a difference. I really can't. Like, whatever it is that they've changed in that sort of category of like rider whip movement, character animation, whatever you want to call it, it's what you'd call a minor change in my opinion. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say it's whipping a little bit quicker, right? Like it's actually whipping the bike over a little bit quicker, maybe a little bit easier to get it back around, maybe slightly more fluent. But as far as like how it's actually whipping it, it's identical to the way it was before. So yeah, it's looking like very, very minor changes. I'm hoping that there's not like some kind of little setting in there that actually is the whip like fix. If you know what I'm saying? I hope there's not like a little setting that's like, oh hey, you can make your whips, you actually got like a button on there that makes your whips faster or not as restricted or like whatever. I don't know if there is that now with this update. I just downloaded the update and started playing the game, so I'm just going based off of that entirely right there. But I mean, honestly, this ain't like, oh my gosh, they fixed the whips or anything even close to that. Yeah, I'm a bit confused here. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm not actually playing the updated game or something. It's weird, but I have to be. Like, I just updated it, man. It's the new version here. I mean, I don't know. Like you can definitely tell that the bike feels a little bit different and the rider feels a little bit different. Like when you come off the jump face, it just has a little bit of a slight different feeling to it. But see, like that right there, usually you would have to have a pretty massive jump to whip it that far over. But like right there, you could see that jump was fairly small, and I was able to get it. I think it's just turning it quicker. I think that's the biggest thing to it. Like, it's maybe a little bit more fluent coming off the jump face, turning just a little bit quicker, but it's not actually doing anything different. It's not like I'm rotating up under the bike, or it's doing the exact same kind of whip it was doing beforehand, is what it's seeming like to me. But that's just me. Let me see if I can try to actually, so yeah, it's still, you got to put your thumbsticks the opposite direction. I don't know. I'm really, I'm dumbfounded here, to say the least. I'm really confused at this little, what is this? Like, what is this right here? Did you guys put some fertilizer on the track in the middle of updates? I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but either way, yeah, I just wanted to come in here and do a quick little checking it out. Thought this would be more of a video because thought I'd be able to come in here and be like, oh yeah, dude, whips feel quite a bit better, but they really don't. Like, I mean, yeah, like I'm saying, maybe it's a little more fluent, maybe it's whipping it over a little bit quicker, a little bit easier to bring it back, right? That was one really big problem at the beginning. You would whip it over and it was like you could never actually bring it back straight before you landed. So, oh, tree. I don't know about this one. It just feels different. The bike feels, but it's all slight. That's the big thing about this whole thing. Everything's slightly different. Ain't nothing feels like massively changed or anything. Don't know. I was expecting more out of this. Expecting a little bit more out of this update right here. But they made some other improvements. This is not covering the full, patch notes of the update or anything. I know they made some improvements to the terrain deformation, stuff like that. This is strictly just trying to go in here and look directly at the whips. So if I'm missing something, let me know in the comments, for sure. Definitely tell me, because it seems, that's what it seems like straight up. Like, I know they're not going to totally reinvent the whips in one little update, like I get it, but at the same time, I was expecting it to be a little bit more noticeable. Like, I almost can't even notice if it's actually changed or not. Like, I mean, it's in the patch notes. I understand that, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, it's to the point of not enough change to where it's making me think, do I even actually have the update, like, initialized, or is it still the older version? That's what it's making me think, even though deep down I know that this is the updated version. It's like my mind's sitting there saying, are you sure this is the updated version? Because this feels very, very similar to the old whip system. I don't know, damn it. Oh my god, I wish this would have been enough for me to realize that, but it's really not here. I don't know. But I think it was just, just minor changes, minor fixes, little bitty stuff, like I said before, just being able to whip a little bit quicker, being able to bring it back a little bit quicker, not feeling so goofy when you came off the jump face trying to whip like it did before. Still kind of has a little bit of that feel, but it seems like when you land and you're like a little bit off kilter, it doesn't just instantly make your bike shoot off sideways off the track like it did before. That was a bit of a problem. Let's see. Let me try to land a little bit like that. Yeah, see, like that kind of whip right there, I feel like you wouldn't normally be able to do that on that small of a jump. It seems like you're able to just bring it right back where you want it fairly easily now. Seems to be what it feels like. The animation of it is a little better, like it's moving a little quicker, but not actually any different. I mean, you're still just kicking it out to the side like that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's really all that's been changed here, is just how quick it moves it out and how quick you pull it back around, and lessening the effect of like landing a little bit sideways. I feel like that's what's been changed here. I don't know. Hell, let me know in the comments. Fuck, I may be totally off here on this. This is just what it seems like to me, but either way, hopefully they can continue to, improve upon this. Or I don't know how you would just go in there and fix a whip system of a game in an update. I don't really know how you would do that, especially a game like this that's like really trying to do like this pro physics thing. I don't know how you'd do it. It's going to be the next game, I feel like, before you really see that improved whip system like you're wanting. I mean, it's whipping it like, I can whip it just about all the way backwards, but as far as like being able to get up under the bike and stuff, it's just not like that. No sort of turn up whip system, no pancaking. You're just kicking her out to the side, that like real simplistic basically like the very first time you learned how to whip. That's the kind of whips you do in this game. That's the only kind of style of whips you do in this game. Like that very, very standard, just kick the back end out to the side style of whip. That's about all she's doing here, boys. Don't know what else to say. Yeah, either way, that's my opinion on it. So, don't get your hopes up too much thinking, oh my God, they updated the whips. It's totally fixed. I mean, we're just talking minor, very, very minor improvements. I can just tell that, like, right away. She's just a minor fix, very minor adjustment on it, what it seems like to me. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.